Hey, good morning. It's best-selling author and coach Alex Goad here with the 10X Your Life capsule. And I want to talk to you this morning about one of the skills, or maybe the skill set that had the biggest influence on my life, its course, and the development of my person, my income, my businesses, and everything else. And here's what it is. It's what I call the independence skill set. And it has everything to do with sales and marketing, aka the game of influencing people, influencing people's behavior, decisions, and everything that comes from that. So there's actually right now three things that I'm going to mention that becoming good at these things will allow you to do, and being good at those three things will separate you from the masses and put you head and shoulders above everybody else in terms of ability, but also in terms of what you're actually willing to do. Check it out. So the first one of these is the ability to deal with rejection. So, everything good in life that you're going to get, you're going to have to ask for it. Sometimes you ask for it with words. You go up to someone and you say, hey, can I have this? But sometimes you have to ask life to hand you the fruit of XYZ opportunity. And in order for it to hand it to you, you have to undertake actions. You can't just sit there and think about it. You actually have to do something about it. So you get up, you make a plan, you come up with a hypothesis, and then you go out into the real world and you test your hypothesis. And the answer to that hypothesis may be a yes, a no, or a maybe. But for sure, you're going to get a lot of no's and you're going to get a lot of maybes. And a maybe is kind of like a no because you don't get to put maybe in the bank. So the ability to deal with that rejection on a regular basis and just say, like, sure, I'm willing to go and get rejected today, tomorrow, and as many times as necessary, almost guarantees that eventually you do get what you want. Which brings me to the second point, which is understanding the law of probabilities in life. See, a lot of the times most people sit on the sidelines and they watch life going by and they're waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect opportunity where the making the kill, quote unquote, is going to be easy, right? So they're looking for this animal that's got 3 legs, it's sick, and it's wheezing and coughing by, and then they can just come in and finish him off. And really, that's, first of all, going to happen only very rarely, and second of all, is that all you really want to eat for lunch? So the game of life is a game of probabilities, and when you understand sales and marketing, you understand that if you're willing to go out there and try again, eventually you get everything that you want. Case in point, I've been selling a product now for years where the conversion rate has gone between 1 in 800 prospects to 1 in 2,500 prospects. So that means that for every person that says yes to buying my product, 2,499 people say no. Now, thankfully, I'm not calling these people. I'm not knocking on their doors. I'm using sophisticated online marketing to do it. But the point being that once you understand these things, you realize that you can get rich and become extraordinarily successful, even if over 1,000% of your prospects reject your offer, reject you, reject what you're saying. And finally, the last point that I wanted to make about this, about all of this, is basically that one of the reasons why people don't like sales, marketing, and influence is because they equate it to conflict. And conflict is one of the things that people most want to avoid. But conflict in a lot of people's minds means fighting, means being negative, means trying to rip something out of somebody else's hands, do something to them against their will, whatever it may be. But the reality is that conflict, when you start dealing with things properly and when you deal with it a lot, you realize that conflict is the resolution of problems. Conflict is a negotiation. And if you negotiate properly, if you're looking for a win-win negotiation, then actually conflict is the thing that you need to get through in order for both parties to come out winners on the other side. So being afraid of getting into a position of discord means that you can't even approach the situation that you want to harmonize. Sales and marketing will teach you all of these three things. They'll allow you to deal with rejection like a grown-up. They'll allow you to understand that life is a game of statistics and probabilities. Finally, they'll allow you to accept and embrace conflict as an actual desirable part of life, not something to be avoided. So hey, that's my little show for today. I'm Alex Goad, wishing you a great weekend and reminding you that the way that you live today is the way that you live every day. So make it count. I'll see you next time.